Hey everyone, let's work out problem number 71. It says, if x squared plus y squared plus sine y equals 4, find the value of the second derivative at negative 2 comma 0. Okay, so before we do this problem, let me briefly recall the product and quotient rule. So if you have two functions, I'll do it down here, f and g. When you take the derivative of the product, it's the derivative of the first times the second plus the first times the derivative of the second. That's how I do the product rule. And the quotient rule, if you have f over g and you take the derivative, it's the derivative of the top times the bottom minus the top times the derivative of the bottom all over the bottom 1 squared. I believe we'll probably need both of these rules in this problem, so I just wanted to quickly refresh your memory. All right, so we need the value of the second derivative, right? That's what this is, the second derivative, evaluated at the point negative 2 comma 0. So we'll start by just taking the derivative of both sides with respect to x. So the derivative of x squared is 2x. The derivative of y squared is 2y times the derivative of the inside function, which is dy dx, right? That's the chain rule, right? We're using implicit differentiation. Plus the derivative of sine is cosine, so you get cosine y times the derivative of the inside dy dx. And the derivative of 4 is 0. So now we'll solve for dy dx, so we'll pull out dy dx. So we're left with 2y plus cosine y, and then we can subtract the 2x, so we get negative 2x. To finish solving for dy dx, we end up with dy dx equals negative 2x over 2y plus cosine y, right? Just dividing by this piece here. Okay, we need the second derivative now. Okay, so now we got to take the derivative again. Okay, so taking the derivative of this, we have to use the quotient rule, right? So the second derivative of y with respect to x, so it's the derivative of the top piece. So the derivative of negative 2x is negative 2 times the bottom, 2y plus cosine y, minus the top piece, so negative 2x, times the derivative of the bottom piece. So the derivative of the bottom piece is 2 dy dx, right? That's the derivative of y. And then the derivative of cosine is negative sine, so it's negative sine y dy dx. That's that chain rule again. So negative sine y dy dx all over the bottom 1 squared. So 2y plus cosine y squared. Okay, so we need to plug in now the numbers here, right? So the numbers here were negative 2 and 0. Okay, so first note that if you have dy dx at negative 2, 0, right, we're going to need that because there's dy dx's down here, right? So if you plug in, let's see, x is negative 2 and y is 0. So it's negative 2, y is 0. So it's 0 plus cosine 0. So it's just going to be 4. Cosine 0 is 1, so you just get 4. Okay, so dy dx is 4. So now we're going to plug everything in very, very carefully. So the second derivative with respect to x at the point negative 2 comma 0. Okay, so all of the x's are negative 2's and the y's are 0's. So this is negative 2, 0, right? Y is 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. Minus, and then negative 2, and then that's a negative 2 again, so negative 2. Okay, dy dx is 4. So it's 2 times 4, so it's 8, right? Because it's 2 times 4. Minus sine of 0, right? Y is 0, so that's just 0. So that doesn't matter, so this dy dx goes away. All over, okay, all over, again, y is 0, so we get 0 plus cosine of 0 is 1 quantity squared. Let's keep going. Going a little bit fast. This problem is kind of long. So this is negative 2, so negative 2. There's like a million negatives here, right? So this is 4. Okay, this is 4 because negative is positive. And you get negative 4 times 8, so you get negative 32 over 1. So you get negative 34, and that should be the answer. And that is choice number 1. So the answer is choice number 1. That's it. If you're taking the JEE exam, I hope this has been helpful. Good luck.